We have a real radio show. We're in the top of the Empire State Building at the Anthony Cumia Studios.
No, yeah.
Come on, man.
The rattlesnake den.
With the
Puerto Rican rattlesnake den.
In the snake pit.
What's den in Spanish? Abuela? Is it
Abuela? Al hombre.
Every word in Spanish is abuela, guys. You know what's funny is like sometimes I'll try to be racist and I'll add O to the end of a word to like make it Spanish, and then that turns out to just be the word. Like
you got
restauranto.
That's it.
I don't think that's the name of a restaurant.
Librario. That's
Biblioteca.
Yeah, that's a famous one. I feel like everyone goes to Biblioteca.
Yeah.
When I was in Spanish class in middle school, me and my friends thought we were really clever, so we made up a gang. We're las mariposas, the butterflies. We thought that was hilarious, and we kept making jokes like, "Oh, las mariposas are gonna get you," and then like my teacher couldn't take it like midway through the semester, and she just like slammed a book down. She's like, "That means the homosexuals." What are you doing?
You had no idea it was slang for gay man.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
So your gang was the
I mean, it was the
pretty
butterflies. We didn't think it sounded too hard.
That's pretty artful.
Do you know the rule with like Maricon and Cabron? It's like the two of them. It's a Peruvian guy told me like 10 years ago, but he's like, you know, like if you're friends with Mexican guys, you can call them Cabron. Like that's like a term of endearment or whatever among them. He's like, but don't call other South America or like other Spanish-speaking people cabron, because like cabron apparently just means like top faggot.
Yo, I want to be a cabron.
Yeah. Right. And then Maricon is like the bottom one, but that's only.
Oh,
like,
you mean top, like top and bottom?
He's like top and bottom. So it's like you're like a pimp if you say it to a Mexican. No, I didn't check any of this. Peruvian guy told me. Peruvian guy whose name
at a bus station.
No, I worked with him. I mean, we took the bus together, but I worked with him. So maybe he did tell me at the bus station.
It was on a bus.
It was on a bus. It was a Peruvian. It was a fat Peruvian kid.
I love it.
And I swear to God, his name was Nick Nolte. He told me, he wrote that down as his name on a thing, and I was like, no, wait, that's hilarious. Like, you put that down. That's a good reference, dude. That was a cool,
bad.
That was a solid reference.
Sexiest
Cape
man
Fear,
alive.
I love it. And then he was like, what? And I was like, that's not your name. And he was like, yeah, it is. And he was also a pathological liar. And I think we were talking about that the other day. It's like pathological liars. They have all these bullshit stories, and then one of their stories will be like real.
Oh, yeah,
and you're like, you fucking actually beat up a chimp? You know, like, you're like, that actually happened for real? He's got like pictures of him and the chimp. He's got blood all over his face. But yeah, no, so he pulls out his ID, and there it says Nick Nolte.
Spelled the same way.
Spelled exactly the same way.
That's awesome.
And I was like, that's insane. He's like, yeah, it's a family name. I'm like, well, every name is a family. I don't know what the fuck.
Right. Yeah, what does that mean when someone says it's a family name?
Oh, well, it's a family name. It means they don't know how to read. That's what it means. It means they've never encountered another human being in the world. Unless their whole family is all just like, you know, Cher and Madonna. This is my Aunt Madonna.
Did you know that Marcus Doo-Doo Brown was a family name? Did you know that?
I don't want to shit on Marcus.
I
don't want to doo-doo on Marcus.
There we go.
Marcus is a good comic.
I like
very
Marcus.
Funny.
We're still drinking coffee, guys.
We got the Riff Juice
Riff
going.
Juice. Starbucks. Woo! Let me get a grande Riff Juice. So Maricon is the bottom one. Cabron is the top one.
Yeah, that's such an awesome term of endearment.
Yeah.
It's like you fuck a man in the
Power
ass.
top?
You're my boy, dude.
You're my bottom.
Mexicans have cool slang, dude. They're cool.
What else they got?
You know what I don't understand? What's the proper term? Is it... Mexican's fine. You can say that, right?
It feels a little weird,
it's
but
funny.
yeah.
It felt weird. Yeah, because like growing up, most of the people I knew that were like Hispanic were like you had to call them Hispanic because they could be from Venezuela,
right,
or El Salvador,
mixed bag in
Salvador
Maryland.
or whatever, Colombia. But then I moved to Texas, and people in Texas are like, "Oh, there's a bunch of Mexican guys that live there." It's like, keep your voice down.
I grew up in the Southwest. So that was
and they're
exactly
all Mexican, so you could call them that.
Really, you didn't have any like fucking
Mexican,
Uruguayans, any
Spanish person.
But what
is?
is?
Look at the fucking Mexican over there.
But
even like Puerto Rican people are like, "Oh, I'm Mexican, man. Well, I don't know what to do."
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's just.
What is Chicano? Is that if you're from Chicago? Is that like Chirac? If you're in Chirac but you're Mexican,
Chicano, I feel like it means you're wearing like a velvet shirt.
Yeah,
it's
a clothing thing,
like a vato.
Yeah. I feel like silk.
No, vato just means dude. Chicano is like I identify as Chicano.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chicano is on par with Hispanic or Mexican or
Wow,
Latino.
this is how stupid I am. I think Chicano. I just think the guy, from the Jesus character from fucking. Help me out here. The bowling. I can't believe.
Lebowski.
Lebowski.
Yeah.
When you say Chicano,
You know the bowling movie.
The famous
Jesus.
bowling movie. Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah,
when you
just
say
don't know any words.
When you say Chicano, that's what I think for some reason, and I bet I can't wait to Google it later and find out how wrong I am.
I think Michael Chiklis.
Chicano?
I think Chicano is like the Mexican term for Michael Chiklis.
I think about that movie Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah, so if you look like Michael, if you're Hispanic but you look like Michael Chiklis, you're Chicano.
You're
if you're like bald, like if you're like a bald, portly Latino guy, that's what Chicano is.
And how short do you think? He seems very short.
4'11", dude.
Imagine if he was 4'11",
and then when he goes on talk shows, he goes, or as I like to call it, 5'-1". And he like winks.
That's good.
Yeah, and that's everyone applauds him.
Chickless, great talk show guest.
Yeah.
We'll have him on.
We'll have him on. Yeah, we got Chickless coming
Is
up.
Chiklis short? We're gonna make fun of him. He's like the same
gotta
height
be.
as us.
No, I think he's short.
Yeah,
He looks like a testicle.
he does.